we are going to go over Facebook ads right now, and I'm going to walk everybody through all of it. So if you have questions, let's wait until we get through with the module. So we'll have different modules. I'll tell you when we're done with it. Let me, give me 1 second. Let me just bring this participants up. Let me mute everybody. Okay, so can you guys still hear me? Oh, no, you guys can't respond. Give me 1 second, guys. Myra, could you hear me? Give me thumbs up. All right, here we go. So first we're going to set up a pixel. The pixel is needed to track all of your visitors. So you're going to go, I think I have it open, but you go into this button here. Oh, see, I'm getting all over the place now. All right, let me go over here. Ads Manager, you go to Pixel right here. And we're just going to create a pixel. So I'm working on a ad account that has no data on it yet. I just want to start fresh for you guys. Let me actually go to a different one that has absolutely no data. Okay. So you're going to see a green button down here that says Create Pixel. Give me 1 second. So your button's going to be right down here, Create Pixel. And if anybody is doing this in real time, let me know if you have any questions. I don't know how I'll see it. Hold on 1 second. I am going to unmute everybody. I don't like just talking to myself. Everybody there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're good. I can hear you guys now. I don't like talking about myself. All right, so we're going to go create the pixel. If there's a green button right under here, you set up instructions. Does everybody know how to set up a pixel?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm learning now.
Okay, so we're going to keep going. If
Okay.
there's any things in here you guys want me to skip or elaborate more on, just let me know.
Hi, Greg. It's my
Yes.
first time with Facebook ads, so I'm not sure what a pixel, setting up a pixel is. If you don't mind just briefly going over it.
The pixel is the little piece of code that you put on your website that Facebook tracks everything with. So if somebody comes to your website, Facebook is going to track them.
Yep. They basically drop a cookie on that person's page. So every time you're going to be, once you drop that pixel once they come to your website, that pixel is going to automatically be basically dropped on their website, and you're going to be able to basically market them a lot easier. That's basically via Facebook. It's going to give you that opportunity to do that.
And then once you get into higher level marketing, so you have a pixel. You as a Facebook user has a pixel, and Facebook knows everything you buy, every website you go to. They know how many children you have. They know who else uses your computer. They know everything about you. So if you buy from my site, then somebody else is going to be able to leverage that data through the pixel. And Facebook has all this information, and that's why it's so, I mean, it's the most valuable advertising platform ever. So my computer is not agreeing with me, as you guys could see. So basically, let me just explain this to you guys. You go create the pixel, you're gonna get a code, and you're gonna go drop it on your website. So what you will do is just Google Facebook pixel. It's very easy. Annette, what website platform are you working on? WordPress, Shopify?
I don't have anything really set up. I just got the domain names the other day, so everything is really brand new to me with all of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So you probably just want to reach out to myself or Myra or somebody at Troy in the group and just kind of get guidance on that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you.
I am not seeing this. My website is just not working right now. So, all right, we're going to move on from the pixels. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you go to create one, it kind of
Yes.
walks you through anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
What to do.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It is, like I said, it's just so Facebook tracks it. So you put it on all your pages, and then you actually have pixels that you put on your thank you page, and that's how you track conversions. Okay. CJ, I am sorry about all. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties here. Okay, so we're just going to go over the structure now, and then we're going to go over the audience. So a campaign is where you set up your objectives, and your objectives are going to be conversion, traffic, video views. So we're going to work on a conversion right now, and I'm going to set that up with you guys. So campaign is where you put your objective in your hierarchy. Ad set is where you create your audiences, your spend, your exclusions, and your placements. And then ads are where you actually put the ads. So let's go to the audience right now. Actually, we're going to go to audience insights. And then we're going to build an ad. So if anybody has a specific ad they want to build, we could do that, or I could just build one randomly. Anybody have an ad they want to build?
Sure, for weight loss coffee.
Weight loss coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we're doing.
Sweet.
All right, we're going to do it in real time, guys. We're going live. We're going to go live. Weight loss coffee. CJ, give me a little bit of info about the niche. What brands would people be interested in that would want weight loss coffee?
Everybody who's fat.
Okay, so. Okay.
I would no, that's not very nice. So I mean, majority are like women, because I mean the majority of women are always looking for a diet, and trying to lose weight. The newest thing that we have is called Optimum, and it actually curbs your appetite, and it's coffee.
Okay, what's a similar product?
Similar product. I mean, the only one that I found close, I mean, just yesterday I heard about one that's made with hemp, and it does the same thing, that it has hemp and.
Okay, so we're going to focus on this weight loss coffee now. So we are going to go into Slim Fast. That would be a comparable audience. So this is the Audience Insight tool. Is everybody familiar with Audience Insight tool?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's right in your dashboard on Facebook. It's all tools.
Okay.
And if you don't, I am going to have to start putting this mute on. I can't hear very well. Hold on.
Piece of paper.
Sorry,
Okay.
my computer decided to restart.
No worries. Okay, so we're going to dive in. So this is Slim Fast, okay? So this is the age gender breakdown. So this shows you who follows Slim Fast. And you're going to do this with any niche. So in my niche, Gary Vaynerchuk is a big one, Grant Cardone. And you could basically see who's following them. So right here is Slim Fast. So this would be a ideal weight loss. Let me, hold on one second. All right, guys, we went on silent again. Let me just get this over with really quick. So this is the Audience Insight tool. This is the age gender breakdown. So we're looking at Slim Fast, which I typed in right here. If you guys could see my mouse, Slim Fast. George, what's up? So we got the, it's mostly women following Slim Fast. We go down here, we see the relationship status. So a majority are married. Education level, a majority are college educated. So we're just going to take all this data and we're just going to learn about the consumer. So this is SlimFast's core audience. And then in a minute, I'll actually show you Gary Vaynerchuk's as well, so we could frame it towards the entrepreneur niche as well as parallel with the weight loss niche. So if you see this, this is all the audiences, the job titles that follow SlimFast. If you click see all, and then if you click see top 10, you'll see the outliers. So personal care and home service, that is going to be your market. Admin services. See what an outlier it is? It's a plus 34%. That means a majority of those people are following SlimFast. So that's who you're going to hone your messaging in on. You're going to want to craft your headlines towards these people. Healthcare, medical service, sales. So that's that. And then the next page is where I get all of my audiences from. So if everybody gets a pen and paper out right now, what we're going to do is we're going to come up with 30 different audiences for your niche. And that's how we're going to test. So this is the weight loss niche. So these are other pages that people that follow SlimFast are actually following. Coach Mindy weight loss. That's going to be a great targeting. So CJ, if you target people that follow Coach Mindy weight loss, you're going to have an ideal target market. Food and beverage. So they follow this frozen Mexican food. They follow this brand. So you're going to want to write down 30 influencers, brands, magazines, and movies that you think your core audience would be interested in. So for example, for me, it's Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, The Secret, Tony Robbins. What books are they reading? Think and Grow Rich. And George, this might actually be a good one for you too, because we're in a parallel market. And then,
Yes, sir.
so we're just going to keep looking down here. So they go to Planet Fitness. That's a good one, CJ. Ideal Shape. They are, I don't know what Premier Protein is. These are the apps that they follow, Poshmark. So this is where you're going to get your 30 audiences. And as you go down, you're still going to find very relevant keywords. So Mommy Talk. I mean, so if anybody just joined, we are finding audiences for CJ, who is in the weight loss coffee niche. Svedka Vodka, HomeAway, so they travel often. So this is just where you're going to gather all of your insight to start targeting them. They go to Zappos, they go to Lane Bryant. So let's all just start writing down audience targeting, just like I'm showing you now. Let me go over Gary Vaynerchuk really quick and apply it towards just another niche, because this one is actually really insightful and it's obviously native to what I'm doing, so it makes it a lot easier. So his audience is more male, more 25 to 34. So the 80-20, the 80% is going to be these two right here. Although that's not 80, these three. 80-20, that's where you're focusing on, and that's the messaging you're going to come up with. So George, for your brand, when you type in whoever is at the top of your brand, let's call it Daymond John. Let's just look really quick for George. And I'm just making this up, so it doesn't matter if I'm correct or not. So this is Daymond John. It's a clear breakdown. This is the targeting, so it's going to be 25 to 54 in both genders. So when you talk to your audience, you're going to want to act like you're talking to a 25 to 45-year-old person. Married, although single is up there, and college educated. So you're going to craft your messaging around that, and then you're going to come down here and you're going to go to see where you're at. So sales. Most people that follow Daymond John are in sales, business, finance, and art, sports, and media. Now you're going to go to your page like. This is where you're going to get all the insights. So Barbara Corcoran, Gary Vaynerchuk, Ebony Magazine, Success Magazine, HuffPost Black Voices. So if you target these audiences, you're going to have a lot better success, because Facebook knows exactly where these people are going and what they're doing. Facebook knows where they purchase, what they purchase, how much they spend, and their pixel does a lot of the heavy lifting for you.
Okay.
So that's audience insight. Sean King, Tracy Elliott Ross, David Banner. So let me just unmute everybody really quick. Does everybody understand this? Everybody
Yes,
good?
sir.
Yep.
Anybody have any specific questions while I'm on this page?
I do.
Go ahead, Myra.
Would Gary also, in your opinion, do you think Gary is in my niche? Like if I target his followers,
100%.
okay.
So your niche is going to be more of the ClickFunnels, the affiliate marketing, the business opportunity niche, but Gary is a very large target. I think his pixel is about 15 million people, and they're all active on Instagram. They are, looking to make money, and that's really what you need is those people. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, let me mute everybody, and then we will go back here. So this is Damon John. Let's do one more. Let me get one more person. I just want to really.
Yeah, I know. But I just wanted to get you a little insight on.
Does
You know,
anybody? Does it?
Right, it's cool, man. I just wanted to.
Hold on, let me mute James here. Harold, what's somebody in your audience?
Well, right now I'm doing B2B. So I work with Colonial Life. That's one of the companies I work for. So Colonial Life, and we basically sell supplemental and voluntary insurance to small businesses. So my target right now will be small business owners in San Diego or in California, because I'm licensed only in the state of California. So
okay, so you're gonna want to go over here. You're gonna want to type in California, and you're gonna want to find small business owners. So you're gonna want small business. So you're gonna want to just go general here, and you're gonna want to go fishing. You're gonna want to type in California and small business. You're gonna want a market that's 28, and I'm just guessing here, so don't even worry about it. So now here you go. These are the people that you're gonna want to target. Our Health California, Sonoma County, so they're just following the town. The Queen Mary, I don't know what that is.
wow, that's crazy.
So this is where you're gonna get your 20 audiences. So people that follow a senator are most likely gonna be business owners. I mean, who else is going to be following a senator, basically? So that's where you're going to get your audience insights. And now I want you guys to write down all of them that you could think of, because it's going to come in handy when we build out the ad. And we're going to need this for the ad sets and the targeting. So Harold, this is gold for you. So ABC News, somebody's following the news, which I guess Facebook is telling us that they're in your niche. San Diego Zoo probably have kids. This is gold, E40. I don't know what the targeting is looking like on that one, but okay. So now we have audience insight. So what I want everybody to do is write down 20 audiences that we're going to go target, and then we are going to go back into the ad manager, and we're going to launch an ad using what we just found. So this is where we're going to drag the net. We're going to find out what Facebook thinks our best targeting is. So let's go back here. So again, campaign is the highest level. So just picture it as brackets, as like a funnel going down. Campaign is the top one, the big one, and then it gets smaller ad set, and then it gets really small at the ad level. So campaign is where you pick your objective. Our objective is going to be conversions. So let's do specific interest. That's the pages that we said that we're going to go after. Let's just keep this one in the entrepreneur niche, so I could kind of keep things moving here and don't have to second guess. Specific interest, conversions. Auction, campaign objective is going to be conversions. That's telling Facebook that you want people that buy. So Facebook has a whole nother batch of people that just look, that never pull the credit card out. Because Facebook knows, because they're on basically every site in the world, Facebook knows if you purchase. So if Myra actually never purchases and doesn't have a credit card, Facebook knows that, and they will put her in the traffic batch. They won't put her in the conversion batch. And Facebook's objective is to get you, to make you more money so you spend more money with them. But just know that if you don't know what you're doing, Facebook will relieve you of all of your money very quick. So you're not going to put anything in there. I don't know why. Okay, let me get back to guided here. That was okay. So this is the page that we're gonna, you guys are gonna see. You're gonna click conversions, and we're gonna click specific interest, because that's what Facebook calls it when you target a influencer, brand, magazine, whatever you want to call it. And that's a conversion campaign. So we're going to go to the ad set. So let's say our first ad is going to be Gary Vaynerchuk. And we're going to go down here. So I have it set to purchase. So Facebook is going to guide people to that pixel. And that's what they're going to base the success or failure of the leads on, whether they purchase or not. And I set that up in the campaign setting under objectives conversions. This is custom audiences. This is where you build out your lookalikes, your exclusions. We're not going to get into that right now. That's a little deeper level, but if you do have a pixel, you could exclude anybody that already has bought. You could exclude anybody that has already come to the page. You could exclude lookalikes. You could do a lot of stuff here. So we're going to keep it in the United States. We're going to do age 18 to 65. Actually, we'll stay in the entrepreneur niche. We'll do all men and women. So here we go. Gary Vaynerchuk. He has a massive pixel. So he's this audience, Facebook is telling us, is 13.6 million people in here. So that has put, Facebook's telling us we could potentially show our message to 13 million people. That's who's qualified to get this message. If we want to break this down here, the audience will start getting smaller as you go down. You could put language in there. I mean, I put United States, so that takes care of that. Let me just put English and then English. Okay. So connection type, you can. So if you want to run something, this would go good for Tony Couch if you're still in the room. If you have a big page, and let's say 10,000 people like your page, you could show it to friends of people that like the page. So when that person sees your messaging, they'll see, you know, so-and-so, Myra Torres liked it, and I'm friends with Myra. So that adds that extra social proof into it. I don't do that because I want to keep it as broad as possible. So here's automatic placements. If you do this, Facebook will put the ad out anywhere they want, which is all these. Give me 1 second. Okay, so you can't even see it if I do this. So edit placements. Here's all the placements that Facebook offers you. So Facebook feeds, that's what you see on your news feed. That's what you're most used to seeing. Instant articles, I've never had any success with that. That's for more of like if you want to blog, somebody could click it really quick and it loads instantly and they could read your article. I have not found it that productive, but I only sell products, so I haven't done much testing with that. In-stream videos, if you're going to run a video campaign and you want to build an audience, which I could teach you at a different time of how to, it's actually in the binder, CJ, if you look at that. I talk about how to use videos to actually build an audience. And then if somebody watches a specific amount of your video, let's call it 25%, that means they're interested in it, in what you're saying, and then you do your conversion marketing to only the people that are interested. Right column is only on desktop, marketplace. So let's just kind of speed through here. Instagram feeds and stories. I think you guys are familiar. So the story is the swipe up. The feed is just your standard Instagram. This is Audience Network. I don't use it. I've never really found it to be all that great. It's basically, they put it out to like apps. If you have an app, you could monetize by using the Audience Network. I don't find it that appealing, but you know, I don't know. could be good for what you're doing. CJ, for the coffee, I wouldn't use the audience network. In Messenger, I don't do much Messenger marketing. This would be good for coaching. Maybe if you have an ad that says, Harold, if you want to sell some sort of coaching or high ticket offer, Messenger ad would be good in the. Let me just push that mute. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's go back up here. So we have our 20 audiences. We're gonna go one at a time right now. So for me, I'm gonna use Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, Damon John. I'm gonna make 20 actual audiences. We're gonna do Entrepreneur Magazine. We're gonna do Think and Grow Rich. Right now, for just starting off, we're gonna use one audience at a time and one ad at a time, and we're gonna test the ad in the audience and see what resonates. So let's go over here. I'm just gonna use feeds, and then I'm going to use Instagram. That's what I have the most success with. George, that's what you'll have the most success with. Just know that the story ad is a different size than the feeds. The Facebook feed and the Instagram feed is both the same size. I believe it's 1200 by 628. And you could easily make ads in Canva if you don't have Photoshop or anything like that. And just use Google and hit us up.
I have Canva.
Questions. What's that?
I said I had Canva. I use Canva too as well.
Okay. That logo you made is nice, George.
Appreciate it, man.
So your daily budgets, let's keep that at 10 to 20 bucks. I mean, if we're going to make 30 ad sets, you might want to put it to 10. The lower you put it, the more work Facebook is going to do for you. And right now in this phase of the game, we just want to prove the ad and the audience. That's the name of the game once it's proven. So let's say we launch 30 audiences in one ad per audience. You're going to get anywhere between 5 and 20 successes. You kill off the other ones, and then you just continually doing that until you find your sweet spot. So let's go over here and actually go make the ad. So we will call this, Greg ad 1. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So select these two. So that's my Facebook page and that's my Instagram account. You could do single ad. You could do a video. Video works really good. All the platforms are really starting to move towards video, but it's all conditional. I mean, it's all based on what your offer is, who your market is, what they're doing on Facebook, how they use the platform, how they buy. CJ, you're doing a weight loss coffee. That's going to be a very quick purchase. So an ad, a video ad of somebody actually using the product, a testimonial video ad is going to be great, or even a picture of before and after. Something really simple. A product ad, you don't really have to get too deep into the copy. It's kind of an emotional sell. Okay. So here's your image. Let's just, for this sake, we're just going to do something really quick. I'm just going to put up an ad selling, some sort of course or something, just to give you guys a feel for the whole system. And then I'm going to show you after this how to duplicate everything and just kind of give you guys some pointers. So there's me. I will write a quick ad for you guys. So this is just a picture. See, it's 1280 by 680. It fits in the news feed, desktop news feed. So this is going to be your headline right here. This is going to be your newsfeed link description, and then up here is going to be your copy, and then you could choose your button. So let's do the headline first. So let's say that we want people to come to the website to buy some sort of training. How to scale your online business without a website. So if you put the how-to without is always a very good one. If you're into the coaching, this would work well if you're into coaching or something like that. I mean, for CJ, for me, this is the one that I use. I mean, new shipment, something like that. Just a really quick, you don't really have to get into it if you're selling some sort of product, a t-shirt, a skinny tee, something like that. As long as you make the offer good, you don't really have to get into it. So
hey,
go ahead, George.
No, that's my biggest thing is I want to start off with giving free t-shirts off. That's my biggest thing that I was trying to do. How do I go about giving free T-shirts out?
Right here. Just watch everything that I do and copy all of
Okay.
it. And then hit me up and I'll teach you all about it. So you're just gonna, so for instance, this right here, instead of a picture of me, you're gonna have a picture of your T-shirt, or even that, you know, that quick video you did today where you were like moving the T-shirt in your hand. You're gonna want to do that. So you're gonna want to do free shirt. What's your target? Who are you focusing on? Entrepreneurs, bosses, CEOs, hustlers?
Yeah, startups, yeah, everything.
Free shirts. Bosses only, something like that.
Okay.
Free shirt for ambitious hustlers, something like that. You're gonna just type in your website right here.
Okay.
hustleisland.com, you know, /1, wherever your landing page is. Don't ever send somebody to the home page of your site. Send them always to a landing page. Always try to capture their email if you can. If you could somehow promise something that they will give you their email for, that way you could remarket them. I mean, if you send traffic directly to your website, you're going to get like a 1 to 2% conversion rate. I don't know if anybody saw the webinar.
I saw that in the funnel.
What's that?
In the webinar, you told about how you related to the movie theater.
Yep. So let me just unmute everybody. Anybody not see the webinar? DJ, did you watch the webinar?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so this is the basics of it is, if you send them to an e-commerce page or some sort of page where they have all these different options, you're going to get a 1% conversion rate. 2% if you're really good. Send them to a landing page, get ClickFunnels, use MoguleKit. All of you guys in there have access to it. All of you guys in there have access to me. So if you have a landing page and you want me to review it, just send me a note. I would, I'll check it out. I mean, Myra sends me her landing pages. I check them out. George, feel free. CJ, anybody else on the call, feel free to email it over. We'll check it out. So this is going to be George's shirt. You know, attention, hustlers and CEOs. Are you looking for a quality shirt that allows you to express yourself and your mission? If so, you may qualify to get a fresh new Boss Season t-shirt. Click the link to learn more and claim yours now. See you on the inside, George. And then you're going to want to put like an emoji or something pointing down and then your link. So people could click this link. All right, so quick tip. Facebook has a relevance score, which is how you get cheap traffic. So if my relevance score is 9 and your relevance score is a 3, Facebook is going to show my ad to the target market more so. And they're going to show your ad to people that aren't really buying. And we call it, you know, less quality traffic. So a tip on that, if they click this see more button where my mouse is, Facebook sees that as a click-through. You're going to get a higher relevance score. You're going to get more engagement. If you can get people to comment on your ad, you're going to get more engagement. Another thing is if you can get people to post themselves wearing the shirt. So some of our best-selling ads have just tons of people saying, I got my shirt, I love it, thank you so much. That way when somebody goes down here and clicks comments, they're going to see all this social proof, and the audience is going to do most of the heavy lifting for me. So it's like, oh, free shirt, is it legit? They see that all these people have the shirt, they go buy. And it's the same for anything. Herald your market, you're going to want to do more demonstration marketing. So your headline is going to be more so how to save 22% on your taxes this year, and then a video of you just telling them how to do it, with the gist of it being click here to learn more. Click here, I got more tips for you. Bring them to us a landing page. Promise them something, keep it congruent to your headline, and then promise them the rest of the training or something with the email. Send it to them, just start building the rapport with them and go from there. Display link, you got to make it it's got to say Hustle Island. So you could make it say hustleisland.com free shirt or something like that. Your description is going to be a call to action. Click learn more to claim your free shirt. So that's just going to sit under here. So that's your headline. That's the most important part. And then your copy, and then your image. So your image is going to want to, you're going to want to use your image to stop them. So CJ, you could put a skinny lady or something that's a big fat guy, something that's just will stop the person in their tracks. They're scrolling through the feed at 1,000,000 miles an hour. They're not thinking of you. They're thinking about, themselves and what people are thinking and yada, yada, yada. You got to understand the mindset people are in when they're on Instagram. And once you could figure that out and stop them in their tracks, that's when they'll stop. So use the image just to stop their feed, and then you use the headline. That's what they read next, and then they'll read this body text if they're interested, and then they'll usually just click see more or go right to the offer or go into your comments. So before you launch an ad, you can, this is a trick once you get a little bit more advanced. I mean, it's not that advanced, but you could post it on your actual Facebook page and then have your friends and family comment. Even if it's just, oh, go Harold, or we love you, Harold, or whatever it is, or great shirt, George. And then you take it and you make it an ad, and then you have that built-in social proof. So that's it. So we have this ad up. I'll go ahead and launch it just so we could finish the training, and then I'll shut it off. Let me just make sure anybody has any questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Oh yeah, but you still it, so we're all on timeout.
Somebody is. Anybody have any questions?
I do.
So
Go ahead. You first.
You can use that for a discount code as well on an item?
Use the discount code?
Yeah, that would go.
I wouldn't put the actual
that special
discount
handling section of it.
I wouldn't put the discount code in the ad. I'd put it on the landing page.
On the landing page, okay. Yep.
You could, the ad is just a quick decision. Somebody's looking at your ad very quickly, unless it's just a really long form sales letter.
Right.
If it's product based, they're coming in really quick and just getting out. So you could promise them a coupon. So say, click this link to get a mystery coupon.
Okay.
Something of that sort. They're going to click it. They're going to go to your landing page. Always try to capture the email. So say, put your email in and I'll email you the coupon. And then from there, get their email and then put them into your funnel or your e-commerce site or wherever it is you want them to go.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
But if you watch the webinar, it's all about controlling the journey and showing the user what you want them to see first, and then controlling the messaging and really controlling the entire buying process, like the movie theater. Myra, go ahead.
I have two questions. In detail targeting, how many should I use? The 20 or the 30?
Yeah. What we're doing now is we're using, if you're just starting off, if you know your audience, you don't have to get too deep on it. I mean, you don't have to do the 30 if you really, really know your audience. If you're just testing, I would say one audience and one ad.
Okay. I'm not starting because I ran a lot of ads with that 1 pixel. Should I just start using a handful or still use the 20?
Yeah, do the 30. You know what? Do 40 actually, because you really at this stage you want to see who's actually what audience you're in. Because I just tried out Lamborghini as a targeting audience, and I got the best CPAs that I've gotten in a long time.
Really?
So you really don't know. You really want to use Facebook's data and let them do most of the heavy lifting. And if you use 40 ad sets and audiences, you're going to find a couple that work that you didn't know about.
How many different audiences can you have, Greg?
I have no idea. Hundreds of thousands, probably. I don't know, thousands, 50, 60.
What was your question, Harold? I didn't hear.
So how many different audiences can you have? Like, there's no limit?
No. You just want to, I mean, you're going to run out of money unless you're a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to see what works.
Okay.
You're going to want to just keep trying, and then you're going to see what works, and you're going to scale those up. So you're going to go from $10 to $20 to $40 to $80.
As far as the pictures, for instance, I have an ad that's running, giving out my free report for the Instagram, how to grow and start your Instagram business. I have a picture of the report itself. Like, I went to Fiverr, I had them like put it into like a book or whatever. So it looks like a book. Should I go like put something different instead of the actual?
You have to just be under the mindset of you have to test everything. You can't ask anybody. Nobody knows.
Okay.
You could ask the best Facebook guy in the world. He has no idea, or she has no idea. So you want to take your 40 and you want to make your ad, your one ad, the book, and then you want to copy that into a new campaign, all of your ad sets, and then you're going to want to test it versus a cat reading a book, or, you know, something that's just, the image is the stopping power, because they're flying down their feed. And if they see a cat driving on top of a Porsche with a book on its head, they're going to be like, what is that? And you're going to stop the person that you want to stop. So if you're selling a free report, you don't want to stop, you know, somebody who's interested in looking at, I don't know, shoes or something. You're going to want an internet marketer. So you're going to want to appeal to their senses, which is money. Myra, go on and look for John Capel's book, How to Make Your Advertising Make Money. And that goes for everybody. It has a lot of headlines in it, and a lot of the psychology that people that you could use to get people to buy.
What was it again?
Hold on one second. Make Your Advertising Make Money by John Capels. I'm looking at James over here. James, go ahead and unmute yourself. I can't unmute you for some reason. James, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Not much, man. You're glowing.
Yeah, the lighting in my room is horrible, man.
No worries.
Sorry about that. I do have a question. I know when you were talking about, you went with Jason and talking about Facebook ads, and I asked you the question, how much should you set your daily spending to? And I know you answered that by saying, well, if you had $50,000 a day, spend. But for just a startup company, I mean, what do you recommend? I mean, $10 a day? Because I mean, it puts you out more in the audience when you put more dollars on it.
Yeah, but there's a certain point. I think that what you're doing, if you're just starting to get the feel for it and you're really trying to hone in on your audience, I think that you follow what we just talked about, which is 30 or 40 audiences, one ad per audience, and start off with $10 a day. So that's $400 a day spend. I mean, that might be too much. So you might have to start with 10 audiences and run them on rotating days. But it's not necessarily if you spend more, you're going to get better results. That's not how it goes. It's generally the less you spend, the better results you get, because as you go outside, so think of it like a dartboard. So you have your bullseye. That's your market, right? The farther you go, so the more you spend, the farther you have to go away from that bullseye, the higher your CPAs are going to go.
Okay.
So there's really no answers to any of this other than test. And if you have a framework like we're talking about right now, then you're going to have a better chance of finding your audience in your ad than, just kind of going all in and trying to spend a lot of money. Let's say you do 10 audiences and 10 ads, you're going to find 3 that work, shut the rest off, and then go find 7 more. And then just find whatever you're comfortable spending every day. And that's where you start. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it gave me a little bit better understanding.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no. I mean, I would take my budget up to $70,000 a day if I could. It's just you have to continually test, see what works, and adjust and tweak.
Okay.
And like I just said, I just found a new audience, this morning that I never advertised to in the past. If anybody else has a question, just go ahead and raise your hand, like James did. Is that a button that James?
Yeah.
Okay. Never seen it.
There's a button in your options over there to raise hand, lower hand.
Got you. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about what we just went over, which is campaign, ad set? The next stage, I'm going to show you guys how to duplicate the ad sets. Okay, one more question. George, where's George? George, go ahead.
With the hats I'll be giving away, what hats be good for upselling with?
What's that again?
Will okay, as I do my T-shirt, the free T-shirt, will a hat that says something that go with boss season be an upsell, a good upsell?
100%.
Okay.
100%. If you're going to start off on ClickFunnels, you could actually do the upsells right on there, the one-click upsells. If you're starting on Shopify, just look for some sort of upsell app, and they'll have like a in-cart upsell. So you could just lead them right to your cart page, and then let them, click a button for like a hat at $20 or something like that.
Okay.
All right, Tony, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, hey, just a question. Actually, I'm watching it on. I'm also full screen. If you see that. Can you have that? Can you have your link from your Facebook page go to something like a landing page that's not your website, or does it have to be your website?
No,
like
you
for
could
instance, like a viral or something like that.
Yeah, you could put it anywhere.
Okay. Cool.
Anybody else?
What's the name of the book again? I'm sorry.
Ira, you're killing me, man. Somebody type it in there. How to Make Your Advertising Make Money.
Oh, okay.
By John Caples. And again, everybody on the call, if you could learn copywriting, you have the biggest resource in the world, which is Facebook ads.
How do you feel about funnel scripts?
It's all good. I mean, anything you could learn by these people is just going to boost you up. And you just need nuggets. You need a little bit of nuggets. You need little insights, and then you're just going to test them. It's all about testing, though. Sitting there reading all the books in the world is not going to help. You have to implement. You have to execute. All right, we are going to move it along to the next phase, which is duplicating. So I've been really harping on the 30 ad sets. So this again is your campaigns. This is the top of the funnel, call it, in a visual sense. You're gonna wanna click this button here, and then you're gonna wanna go to ad sets. See that I selected the ad set in the ad? So I have one ad going and one ad set, which is Gary Vaynerchuk. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to teach you how to actually get the post ID and duplicate the actual post. So let me go here. So if you're going to run 30 different audiences, you're going to want to use the same ad so you could build the social proof and keep the comments and keep the views. So you go here and you click preview. That's the ad we just built. You go here and then you click Facebook post with comments. And then this number right here on the end, you're going to want to copy that. So this is what the ad that I just made looks like out in the wild. So you copy this number right here. Everybody got that? Copy it. So that's your post ID. So now what we're doing now is we're going to duplicate the ad set. So Gary Vaynerchuk, we're going to duplicate. All you got to do is hit duplicate. It's going to duplicate the ad set, and the ad is going to come with it. So duplicate. Take that off. Facebook is always going to try to upsell you some stuff here and take more of your money. Be careful when Facebook recommends something to you. Be careful when anybody recommends something to you that has a financial interest. Except if they're trying to sell you hustle shirts, then buy everything. Okay, so let's go to Grant Cardone. He is, you know, another one obviously in the niche that we're talking about here. Daily budget, $10. Oh, one tip, run it the next day. Always start your ads in the morning. So start your ad AM, 8 o'clock AM the next day. Boom, okay. Okay, so now, like I said, the exclude, I'll show you how to do that if you have a pixel. So you just want to exclude your purchasers. If you have a pixel set up, your pixel is going to track all your purchases, and then you could exclude them because you don't want to be showing the same message that somebody has already came through your funnel and already bought from you. You're going to want to show them different messaging. Okay, we're going to go down here. We're going to get rid of Gary Vaynerchuk, and we're going to go with my man Uncle G, Grant Cardone. He also has a very, very big pixel. He's got 9.2 million people. Okay, so we already did all the hard work, right? So we just duplicated the Gary Vaynerchuk ad, which already has all of our settings in here. So we already did all the heavy lifting. 7-day click or 1-day view, that means it attributes. So if somebody, let's say somebody's gonna click on my ad right now, which is Tuesday, and they don't buy, so they click on my ad Tuesday, they go to my website, they leave. And then they click on another ad of mine on Friday and they actually buy, the purchase is going to get attributed to today. So you always have to watch that with your data. Never look at your data on a day-to-day basis. Always look at it on at least a 30-day rolling. If you don't have that data, use as much data as you can. Hold on one second. Oh boy, I didn't even look at this. Terry, what's up, man? All right, so I'm going to get to these questions at the end. I missed them. Sorry, as you guys could see. Could you guys see my screen? Nima, hello. Terry, welcome. So where was I? So I was talking about the attribution. I always use 7-day click, 1-day view. So we're going to go down here and we're going to launch this audience. Let me click this button here. Okay, there it is. So this audience is going to launch, and then we're going to go into this audience's ad, and we're going to use the post ID that I just showed you guys. And then so now going forward, we're just going to be able to keep duplicating them, and we won't have to touch the post ID. Give me one second. Okay, so that's the ad set we just made. And like I said, we're going to make 30 of these, and each one is going to have one ad in them. So this is the ad. So let's see if it actually copied over or we have to duplicate it. Okay, so let me just go back to reiterate. So this ad did not duplicate. So I'm creating new ads. As I duplicate the ad set, a new ad is being created. I don't want that. I want the same ad to be created over and over again. So we're just going to go here. Everybody see that? So you go down, we click use existing post. We click it, and then we enter the post ID. So it already did it for me, but I'll just show you guys how to do it. So that's the post ID, and then we click submit. So now that's our same ad. So anybody that comments on that ad or views it, it's going to show as social proof. So some of my best ads, again, have all of the comments in there and have hundreds of thousands of views. And when people see that, they're more comfortable. And remember, guys, we're selling on the internet, which is all about, you know, following trends, keeping up with the Joneses. So if somebody sees, it's like the old restaurant. If you're in a random city and you pull off the highway, you see a restaurant on the left that has 2 cars and the restaurant on the right has 50 cars. It does not matter what their food tastes like, who owns it, what they're about. You're going to go to the one with the more cars in the parking lot because you have to make a split decision. And without that intuition, we as humans would not be here. That's a fun fact for everybody. Okay, so we essentially did all of the work now. So now we just have to go back out to your ad set, And now we're going to duplicate this one. So mind you, this one has all of the placement preferences. It has the ad budget set. Everything is all set for us. Now we just click duplicate. Remember, click all these off. We're duplicating the ad set inside of the campaign. The campaign is the objective, which is we want to get more sales from specific interests, which is what Facebook calls brands and influencers. They call them specific interests. And then there's retargeting, and then there's lookalikes. We will get into that at a later date. So who do we want to use next? Myra Torres. She's not famous yet, so we'll have to use Ty Lopez. All right, so same budget, everything's good. Remember, now we just need to go down here, click him off, and we go. Okay, so I'm getting messages on my phone that these ads are actually launching. I am gonna have to go shut that off. Okay, so Ty Lopez, what's his pixel? So he's got 6.2. Placements, everything's all done for us, remember? So I'm just gonna show you guys one quick thing after this, and then we're gonna do some Q&A, and then I am gonna roll out of here. Let you guys go about your day. Okay, so now what we did was we just copied the ad set, and if we click here, so select it, and then we go over to ads. That's where our ads are housed. And then I'm just gonna show you that the ad was actually copied as an existing post, see? So now we're all set. We did all the work. Now we just continually duplicate the ad set and add new audiences. So let me just open the floor up. Let me see if there's anything else. So the only thing I have to say after that is don't touch it and don't look at it. This is one of those things that you need to let run. You need to let Facebook handle the pixel, handle their business. So if you're somebody that's just going to be jumping in every 5 minutes and freaking out because your CPA is 90, you just have to wait. Because 3 more sales and your CPA goes down to 30. And so one more time, account overview is where you see your overview metrics. We don't have any here, so there's nothing that's you're going to see. You're going to see cost per sale and amount of sales. Campaigns is where you're going to house your objective. So that's your main objective, which is to get sales conversions on specific interests. Click that button, go to ad set. These are your audiences, your placements, everything like that on a micro level. And then click in here and you're going to see your ad. So if you edit the ad, it's going to start over. If you don't edit it, all the social proof stays, and that's key to success as you scale. Let me open everybody up here. So we got 22 participants on. Let me see. CJ's on here twice. All right, anybody have any questions? Go ahead and raise your hand. I think we'll do it like that. What is a good size for target audience? That one, I haven't found any data. I like to go big and let Facebook do the work for me. But Troy, who manages a lot of our ad spend, he likes to go very, very specific, and he tries to stay in like the 250,000 to 500,000. And I go all the way up from 200,000 to 50 million. Terry, yeah, we'll do a replay. I remembered to tape this one. Full screen to everyone. Can you have the landing page be somewhere other than your website? Yep, we talked about that. I think that's Tony, calls himself full screen. Nima is late. I'd love to have my audience done, and I need help identifying my audience too. So I hope that you got some insight into that as we went on. If you didn't, we could deal with that in a different setting. All right, if one audience does not come up to 1 million, would you recommend combining a few? No, you could use 200,000. It's all circumstantial. Everything on this platform is circumstantial. Nobody knows how to do it. Otherwise, it'd be, they'd be the richest person, and they'd be going with Jeff Bezos, making billions of dollars. For lead pages, which one may be best, ClickFunnels or Infusionsoft? I don't know. I mean, I use ClickFunnels. I know a lot of the top people in internet marketing use Infusionsoft. and some of them actually combine the both of them. Let me see. Do we have any hands raised? Tony Couch, what's happening?
Not much. Is a lead sign up, for instance, obviously like mine, when I'm going to create these ads to get people to sign up to win, would that be, in Facebook's mind, be considered a conversion, or does it only if they use their credit card and purchase something?
Nope, that is a conversion. I will, you need to set that up on the pixel level. So let's go really quick over to the pixel. So you're just going to set up a conversion lead pixel.
Okay.
And I could actually show you guys. We were actually having trouble in the beginning. That's why I didn't show you. Rebecca Conway, hello. How are you? Watch the replay. Give me 1 second here.
Hi there, Barry. I'm good. Greg, I mean, I haven't muted. My husband just got home and he's making all kinds of racket.
It's all good, man. I
Glad I
understand.
made it too.
I'm glad you made it too. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please let me know.
I know how to do a lot of this. The audience insight was something I didn't know.
Cool.
So but I do appreciate it. The duplicating was really good. So I'm gonna watch that again.
Okay, cool. And like I said, I'm just an email away. So anybody that needs anything, just email. Those of you that have emailed me in the past know how it works. I will do my darnest to get back to you. Okay, so Tony, we are gonna do the pixel setup really quick.
Okay.
I actually need to create a new pixel, which is create a custom conversion. So you're gonna go to so I already have this set up, so you have to do it in the beginning. Let me see if I could set up a new one. Okay, no, I can't. So I can't set it up. You're just gonna click a button down here, and it's gonna be, I'll show you how to set it up actually. Give me 1 second. So you're gonna take this code here and you're gonna put it in your settings area. This is ClickFunnels. And Shopify is very simple. They actually will walk you through the whole thing. You just have to find a, Google it. So you go to the body tracking, or I think it actually was a head tracking. Where is that page? Yeah, put it in the head tracking, which is right here. So that is going to be site-wide. So it's going to track everything they do on your site from the minute they get there to the landing pages to the products. Facebook is going to know exactly what they did. So, and then when you're going to do your next step is you're going to want a conversion pixel, which in your case, you're going to want a lead. So you're going to go to here and you're going to go to lead.
Okay.
There, track event on page load, and then you just click here, and then you're going to go to your thank you page. So here I have a funnel set up. This is the order form. So this is the thank you page, which we call the OTO, which is the one-time offer. You're going to click it into here. And if anybody wants to copy these funnels that I'm working on, they're in the memory area. If you want to copy this funnel, you got to have a ClickFunnels account. But so you go to tracking code and you dump it right there. So every time this page loads, that pixel is going to fire and it's going to tell Facebook that that person actually converted into whatever you wanted. So see, it says lead here. You could turn that to purchase. And then it's going to show up in your account at, I'll show you what level. Where am I of some of these accounts? Let me see if anybody else has any questions. I don't know where that thing went.
I do.
Go ahead, Myra.
Should I create like a different ad for each audience and not like do like, let's say for instance, I wouldn't do Grant and Gary in one ad, right? Just do one in one.
Well, what we're talking about here is getting your audience correct. So you want to find your audience. Once you have your audience, you know that Gary Vee converts well, then you can mix him with Grant Cardone, and then you could start narrowing down. I mean, I could show you guys some narrowing. Terry, I'm gonna have to look at that in a minute. I'm moving too fast for that. So here we go. So I'll show you really quick how to narrow the audience down. If you know that Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk convert well, and you want to try to sharpen it up a little bit and narrow the audience down, you could actually go really granular with this platform. So you want to do Gary and Grant Cardone, right? Let's say you want to do that. So this is going to be a massive audience. So that's going to be combining both of their audiences. So now you're at like 20 million people. And then you're going to do narrow audience, and you're going to look for, let's say, Russell Brunson. So now you have all of the people in the entrepreneurial sales, on their own type of success market. And now you narrowed them down with the Russell Brunson crowd. And this will tell you how many people are in the market. So when we didn't narrow it down, we had 26 million. That's who's in these 2 pixels. And then when you narrow it down, it goes to 6.9 million. So those are people that know Russell Brunson and know either of these guys. So that's going to be your market. And then if you want to go even further, you want to just get salespeople, you go to narrow it down to HubSpot. So now you're just going to continually, now you're getting way more granular. So now you know pretty much who this person is that you're targeting.
But that's after I test it, right?
Right. You could try everything. I mean, there's no one way to do it. You could do all of this. If this works.
I did I have one ad that I put like maybe 30 in there at once.
I don't like that, because you're not at the point where you're looking for scale. You're looking for granularity. You're looking for clarity on who you want. Right. So if you have 30 people in there and it works, that's not doing anything for you. That's just getting you short-term one-off sales. You have no data of where they came from. Okay. So if you do Grant Cardone, Gary V, HubSpot, Lamborghini, Florida, Miami, if you do all these different targeting and you find what works the best, then you just start getting better and better and better. And then once you want to scale and start using multiple people to make a huge audience, that's when your CPAs go up, but your volume goes up as well.
Okay. I've been doing it wrong.
No, you've been doing it right. It's all data. You have to just see it as all of it as an investment. Everything you do on Facebook is an investment for you to learn more about your audience.
Well, I invested a lot of money into it already.
Oh yeah, I hear you. I done some investing myself. Okay, so I mean, you could go even further down. So let's say you want to go to Zig Ziglar and really get that person that loves success, loves funnels, loves sales, and also is into whatever Zig Ziglar is in, which is like the motivation niche. So now you have 44,000 people. Launch an ad to that, it's going to be expensive, but it's going to be very potent. So Myra, you shouldn't launch an ad to that. But if you were selling some sort of funnel hacking for high performance salespeople, and it's a 5K package, that would be your niche.
Okay.
Correct. Let me open the floor up. Let me get all my stuff. Where am I? Terry. Okay, so guys, Terry's talking about some way to get fans. You guys could jump into the group and talk to him about that. Terry, if you could do a post about that, that would be amazing. I mean, a video would be really good too. I think it's insightful. I'm not sure if everybody could see the group chat. But
yeah, here's what I can do. I can put like a quick cheat sheet, because it literally only takes just a couple of minutes to explain the system. Video would be really good, but it's similar along the lines of what you were going over here. It's just basically narrowing down your audience, excluding certain parts of it. Like, for example, the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, which are the 4 most expensive countries. Basically, what you're doing from there is you're reaching worldwide to gain fans worldwide, to lower your ad spend. And then once you lower your ad spend, you go back in and create another ad for those 4 expensive countries. Like I was explaining there, I got my it's like 2 cents, like 1, 2, or 3 cents per fan. And then I got it down to 13 cents per fan in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, which is phenomenal because it used to cost me between $1.50 and $2 per. Now I got my ad spend down to about 13 cents.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know, fan pages are Facebook is phasing them out. So, I mean, a fan page is getting very little relevance on the screen these days. Terry, one thing that would be good for you is do that for a group and kind of release your trainings, because Facebook will always make it really cheap if you keep the person on their platform, because it's not doing any harm to them. When you take somebody off their platform and bring them to your funnel, you're taking Facebook's revenue away for that person for that day. Keep them in a group, a page. Excellent. I haven't seen any stats, and I'm not, you know, a guru here, that show that marketing to people that are your fans is that much cheaper. Again, let's all talk to Terry about that in the group. And I think that's a really good idea. And I believe he had a link to Kim Walsh Phillips. I think I actually saw her ads. So Terry, let's get with that later on. I just want to kind of wrap this up.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
No, I want to know more, and I want to know how it is working for you as well. If you're seeing any relevance with marketing to your fans directly versus just marketing to everybody on a mass scale. So let me know the data on that. That would be interesting. And again, just remember, you have to let Facebook do the work. You have to, I mean, maybe check it once a morning, but you know, it's hard, especially for somebody like me who's just hyperactive and manic. It's hard not to mess it up because you're seeing your CPAs fluctuate so crazy during the day, but you have to give Facebook that time to just, you know, let it do its thing. So anybody else have any questions?
How much time do you think before you pull the plug on an ad? How much should I wait?
What's your profit?
Or what do you mean?
What's your profit on one sale? $30, $20, $10?
Well, I'm just giving something free out. And I'm building my email list is what I'm doing.
Okay, so you're going to want to figure out your metrics, and you're going to want to do, you know, your cost per lead, your cost per click, your cost per acquisition, and then you just want to set your KPIs. Let's say for me, it's a $20 CPA or a $20 average cart value. I'm going to want to cap it at about $10. So I let it go to about 20. If I don't get a sale within $20, I stop it.
Okay.
So just, you know, try to figure out what one lead will make you down the road. You know, call it, I'd call it, if I was in your position, you want to be very careful. You want to put in an offer. But if me and you do what we talked about, I mean, you could probably spend up to $100, $110, $115.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't get a sale in $115, just knock it on the head and try it again.
Can you help me with those ads?
Of course I can, Myra. I already told everybody. You're in the group. You're putting in the work. So now, you know, everybody is noticing the work you put in.
Thank you.
Everybody wants to help you. All right. So let's just, I'd like to answer a couple more questions if anybody has them. I haven't talked to a lot of people on the call. So raise your hand if you have any questions. If you want me to dive into anything, I have the screen open. I'll jump into that chat one more time. And if we don't have any more questions, I am going to go wrestle my kids. No questions. Going once. Going twice. Oh, the kids I can hear them downstairs. They got their capes on and everything. Okay, well, I just want to say, let me, hold on one second. Let me stop my screen share so I could say bye to everybody. Stop share. You guys see me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Oh, I can see everybody. What's going on? There's more people than I thought. This is like a legitimate group. Let me take a screenshot. Michael Carpenter, man. Everybody say hi to Michael Carpenter. He's in the group nonstop. I know. Michael, what's up, man? Let me unmute him. What's up? Can everybody see Michael Carpenter? Mike, you're going back on mute, my man.
All right, 1 second, man.
Did you make that shirt?
This shirt?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. This is actually a ClickFunnels one.
Nice.
Yeah. So, pretty much every year whenever funnel swag comes out, I'm like, you know what? I gotta get it. This year, I'm actually doing my own little twist on funnel swag. I'm definitely killing it with that one.
You're killing it all over, Mike. All right, Mike. I'm going to see you in the group.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have it. And everybody, listen. Mike Macabika's on the call. Mike Macabika, say what's up.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight?
Hi.
What's up, Mike?
Good. Hi, Mike.
Everybody's good. So if you don't know, Mike is the host of the podcast, the Hustle Island podcast. He's trying to reach out to everybody on this call. Myra Medina, what is going on? I love your videos you did. Thank you very much for doing that. And keep doing that. Keep getting out there and promoting it. And just, you guys got to keep going out and getting past that that threshold of comfort.
That's where I'm at.
You got to get uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable for me. I don't normally do shit like this, but since I launched this company, you know, I have to do it, and I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm enjoying it. So everybody get out of the comfort zone. Has everybody saw the video Myra did?
Oh, so nervous, by the way.
Both of them. I'm talking about the other Myra as well.
It was good.
Oh, I thought you meant mine.
I saw you, Myra. You were
I was
killing
shaking.
it. You were killing it. I like that. You said you better get on Instagram because that's where it's at. Myra Medina, thank you very much for doing that post. Do more.
Thank you.
Hook up with Myra Torres and learn affiliate marketing. I mean, she's willing to
Yes, I reached out to her and told her I was working through my fears right now and getting outside of my comfort zone. So
we
talk
know
to her about
that's
that.
what we're all doing. We're all in it together. And Terry is a leadership guru, so reach out to Terry. Terry can give you guys tips, all that. So listen, before I run, anybody that wants to get on the podcast, hit Mike Macabika up. He's in the group. He's looking for real hustlers, real stories. He's done 3 so far. He did one with Wanima, he did one with Tamika, and he did one with Adam DeCourt, who Mike said it was a very interesting conversation. Adam DeCourt had a very great story. He was actually at the that shooting in Las Vegas, and they went for 2 hours on that one. I tried to tell Mike to keep it down to like 30 minutes, but
We couldn't. We couldn't. It got deep. He just came out and told us a real story about his early childhood, how he got into entrepreneurship. He is big into floating, and that shooting has really changed his life, and that's how he spearheaded his business. One of his friends told him, hey, get into floating, and it changed his life tremendously, and it really helped him get over his some of the things that he was dealing with after that shooting. So tune in. That's going to be up soon on all of our different platforms. But Terry, I got to get you on there next. We got to get Myra on there as well. I didn't forget about you, Terry. I'm going to be reaching out to you very soon. Myra, love your videos. We're going to get you on the podcast as well.
Myra's ready.
I am ready.
Myra's ready to share that story.
I love it. We want to hear it. Real hustlers, real stories.
You got a good story, Myra?
Oh, no. It's a real one.
Oh, it's real? It better be real.
All right, guys. George, you ready to go on the podcast?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right,
man.
Who's that, George?
Yes, sir, Mike.
Where are you from, George?
I'm from Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Okay, we're going to have to hear what it's like down there.
All right, I got you.
All right, man. And we're ready to see that boss season. So that's it.
Sir.
Anybody hit up Mike Macabika, and he'll schedule you for the podcast. Dawn, what's going on? I haven't heard anything from you.
No, I asked you the question earlier, so I'm just like I'm absorbing all of this because it's like I'm brand new back into it again. So the internet marketing is like something I never touched before. So very interesting.
It's the Wild Wild West.
It kind of is. Well, that's where I'm at, right? Wild Wild West.
That's where we all are. We call it Hustle Island. All right, guys, listen, it was a great chat. I mean, I just appreciate all of you. I appreciate everything. If anybody has any questions, reach out. I'm telling you, I will respond. I will talk to you. I will help you with your business. I'm not, this isn't one of those like he says it and then he leaves type of deal. Myra, back me up on that.
Absolutely. He's great. Every time I email him, it doesn't even take a couple hours before I get a response back.
Don't say that.
Sorry, but it's true.
I see Harold's face.
Oh, my bad.
Harold had to go into
Great help.
Listen,
everybody's really nice and very helpful.
When I'm around, I will get back to everybody. So let's do this. Let's all do it together. And like I said, everybody keep a close eye on Myra. Keep a close eye on everybody in the group because we're doing big things.